A homeless man sat quietly on the cold sidewalk, wearing torn clothes, his face hidden beneath tangled hair and days of dust. Hundreds of expensive cars passed him every hour, and thousands of people looked away as if he didn't exist. Then one beautiful young woman in an elegant white dress stopped beside him. She didn't know that the man everyone ignored secretly owned one of the largest business empires on earth. What happened after that single act of kindness would change both of their lives forever. Before we continue, if you believe kindness can change someone's destiny, please take a moment to like this video, comment where you're watching from, share this story with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional stories that restore faith in humanity. Sophia had everything people dreamed about. She was beautiful, successful, and respected as the founder of a charity that helped struggling families. Yet despite her wealth, she never forgot the difficult childhood she had spent with her widowed mother. Her mother had always told her that a person's true beauty was measured by how they treated those who could offer nothing in return. Those words had become the foundation of Sophia's life. That afternoon, after attending a luxury fundraising event, Sophia noticed the homeless man sitting beside the road. 3 women standing nearby laughed at him as they walked away, while others pretended he wasn't even there. The man accepted every insult with silence. His tired eyes carried a sadness that Sophia had never seen before. Something inside her heart refused to let her continue walking. She gently handed him food and some money, but instead of grabbing it desperately like many expected, the man simply smiled with quiet dignity. There was something unusual about him. His manners were refined. His voice was calm. Even though his clothes were torn, he carried himself like someone who had once lived a very different life. When heavy rain suddenly began pouring from the sky, everyone rushed for shelter. The homeless man remained sitting alone, completely soaked. Sophia couldn't bear the sight anymore. Against the advice of everyone around her, she invited him into her car and took him home. Her staff couldn't believe what they were seeing. Friends called her reckless. Some warned that the stranger might steal from her. Others accused her of seeking attention. Sophia ignored every criticism because she believed fear should never be stronger than compassion. She prepared a warm meal, clean clothes, and a comfortable room. The man introduced himself only as Daniel. He thanked her politely but revealed almost nothing about his past. Every answer was short, careful, and mysterious. Sophia sensed he carried enormous pain that words could not explain. Over the following days, Daniel quietly helped around the house. He repaired broken furniture without being asked. He organized the library perfectly. He even offered thoughtful advice to Sophia's employees whenever problems appeared. His intelligence surprised everyone. Slowly, even the skeptical staff began respecting him. One evening Sophia discovered Daniel reading an advanced economics book from her office. The complicated financial theories seemed effortless for him. Curious, she asked how a homeless man could understand subjects taught only at elite universities. Daniel simply smiled and said that life sometimes teaches lessons no classroom ever could. Sophia never pushed further. Unknown to everyone, Daniel wasn't homeless by accident. Only weeks earlier he had disappeared after uncovering a massive conspiracy inside his own multinational corporation. Several trusted executives had secretly stolen billions of dollars and planned to seize complete control of the company. When Daniel refused to sign fraudulent documents, they staged an elaborate betrayal. They spread false reports claiming he had suffered a mental breakdown before arranging for him to disappear from public life. Daniel escaped with nothing except the clothes he wore. Without identification or access to his fortune, even the world's richest man became invisible overnight. As he wandered through the streets, he witnessed something money had never allowed him to see: the loneliness, hunger, and cruelty experienced by those society ignored every day. Living among the homeless changed him forever. Meanwhile, Daniel's enemies celebrated. They believed their plan had succeeded. News channels reported that the billionaire chairman had vanished without explanation, causing panic across financial markets. Then everything changed. One morning several black luxury SUVs stopped outside Sophia's modest home. Security officers, lawyers, government officials, and executives stepped out one after another. Neighbors gathered outside in complete disbelief. Reporters quickly surrounded the street. Sophia feared something terrible had happened. Instead, every visitor respectfully bowed toward Daniel. The quiet homeless man she had welcomed into her home was introduced as Daniel Harrison, the missing billionaire whose companies employed hundreds of thousands of people across the world. Sophia stood frozen. Every insult people had thrown at Daniel suddenly echoed in her mind. Daniel looked exactly the same as before. Only now the world recognized the man it had ignored. During the emergency board meeting held that afternoon, Daniel exposed every executive involved in the conspiracy. Hidden recordings, confidential documents, and financial evidence destroyed years of corruption within minutes. Several powerful businessmen were arrested before sunset. News outlets called it one of the greatest corporate comebacks in history. But Daniel's greatest victory wasn't reclaiming his empire. It was discovering the one person who had treated him with kindness when she believed he had absolutely nothing. As the media praised Daniel's intelligence and success, he publicly shared a different story. Standing before thousands of journalists, he spoke about Sophia instead of himself. He explained that billions of dollars had never revealed genuine character, but losing everything had. He announced that Sophia's charity would receive enough funding to build homeless shelters, hospitals, schools, and rehabilitation centers across multiple countries. He insisted that every shelter should treat people with dignity because anyone's circumstances could change overnight. Sophia never expected rewards for helping a stranger. Tears filled her eyes as she realized that one simple act of compassion had transformed millions of lives she would never even meet. Months later, Daniel and Sophia worked side by side expanding humanitarian projects around the world. Together they visited shelters, listened to forgotten people, and reminded communities that kindness costs nothing but can become priceless to someone else. Daniel often said that the richest person isn't the one who owns the most money but the one whose heart remains generous when no one is watching. Sophia smiled every time she heard those words because she knew they had both been rescued that rainy afternoon. She had given Daniel a home, but Daniel had given her proof that kindness never returns empty. If this story touched your heart even a little, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue bringing emotional stories that inspire hope and remind the world that compassion still exists. Speech balloon special request: before you leave, comment below, kindness always comes back. We'd love to know if you believe one small act of kindness can truly change someone's life. The world often judges people by their clothes, their bank accounts, or their appearance. But sometimes, the person sitting quietly on the sidewalk carries a story more valuable than all the riches on earth. And sometimes, one kind heart is all it takes to remind humanity what true wealth really means.